The road to success isn't about reaching a single destination. It's about blazing your own path. Every action, every obstacle, and every triumph along the way shapes who you become on the journey toward making your dreams a reality. Your LifeVantage business is the engine. Your drive is the key. Start your engines and go full speed ahead. Let passion, purpose, and possibility fuel you. Keep your eyes on the next horizon and harness the power of your team to accelerate unstoppable momentum. Because together, there's no limit to how far and how fast you can go.
Hello everyone, welcome to Activate 2025. Wherever you're joining us from around the world, we're grateful you're here. LifeVantage is in our drive era, and one thing is for sure, we are setting the pace and no one is going to stop what we're creating. Our consultants are our drivers. Some of you are seasoned pros. You've been with us for a while and your business is in motion. Some of you are just rolling off the starting line and wondering how to build speed. No matter where you are on the journey, you're on the path. And you're here at Activate because you want to move forward. That's what today is all about, learning how to drive in the fast lane. At Global Convention in April, I laid out a clear challenge. Get 2,000 new consultants earning a $500 check or more every month. We're only a month into this challenge, and I'm excited about the progress we are making. Now, I've been in finance and accounting for over 40 years, so you know how much I love numbers. But this goal, while the impact those numbers will have on our business is impressive, the real win is the lives changed. LifeVantage has something unique, extraordinary, something truly remarkable. We give people the chance to be part of something bigger than themselves. It's a culture, a community. Activation Nation is special. This goal for 2,000 new consultants to earn at least $500 is more about what being a part of this can mean for each of those individuals. This next year, you will find us creating deliberate opportunities for members of Activation Nation to make an impact. We'll be showing ourselves and each other how much fun it is to set big goals and live activated. All you need to do is tell us you're in and set your goals. Use the tools and then celebrate on a local incentive trip. Sounds simple, right? Kristen will explain more later, but wow, when you are doing those things, the impact on your business is tremendous. The impact on our community is tremendous. I experienced the impact community can have on a person firsthand. 15 years ago, after selling a business, I was asked if I would help out at a nonprofit organization in San Francisco, whose focus was to empower women entrepreneurs. What was supposed to be a few short weeks of helping out turned into about 50 hours a week for a year. Watching someone's circumstances change right before your eyes as they developed skills and applied them to create successful businesses was powerful. I fell in love with the community and the impact on individual lives it created. In fact, it was so powerful, it took my wife to remind me that I wasn't earning an income before I took the next step in my career. I didn't realize at the time, but that experience was helping me understand the power of community and culture that would prepare me to be a CEO in this industry. As a LifeVantage consultant, you get a front row seat to this transformation. When you share activation, you get to change lives, build our community, and get paid for it. I'll never forget the first time I experienced LifeVantage culture on an incentive trip. If you've traveled with us, you know how meaningful those moments are. You connect, you grow, you make decisions to go faster and farther. That's the power of community. And again, the first step is to tell us you're in and set your goals. We want you in the driver's seat. What will we be focused on as you hit your goals? 3 areas: telling our mind-body story, international expansion, and digital transformation. Right now, one of the most powerful engines driving growth is our mind-body GLP-1 system. This isn't just a trending product, it's a gateway to activation. Google searches for GLP-1 natural supplements have surged over 5,000% in the last year. The world is asking for this, and we are delivering. This product is unlocking more conversations than ever, and each one is a chance to introduce someone to our business and our community. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Next, we're expanding into 2 new markets this year, thanks to leaders who recently came to LifeVantage. They saw our culture and wanted in, and they're bringing others along. We're also reimagining how we support our current international markets. Soon you'll have access to more people around the world to invite into this movement. And finally, we're investing in world-class digital experiences. Think elevated shopping, checkout, consultant enrollment, and back office, rolled out in stages. But soon it will be easier than ever to share this business, serve your customers, and scale your success. All of this means we have the fuel in the tank. But we can't wait for new markets or technologies to move forward. From my point of view, we're still not moving fast enough. Some of you are blazing, yes, but too many are cruising. And while any progress is good, I want you to check in with yourself. Are you holding back, staying in your comfort zone, watching opportunities fly by? If the answer is yes, then commit right now to join the community of business drivers who are running for big goals. Millions of people all around the world want and need what you have right now. People whose future health and happiness depends on someone just like you showing up. Later, you are going to hear from Kristen Cunningham and Julie Boyster as they sat down and talked to some of our drivers firsthand about how they drive growth through both the business opportunity and the products, how they are using everything we have right now to add more people to their team and experience their community. Will you step into the fast lane with us? It's a choice. You know, there might be no other person who moved faster than Teddy Roosevelt. He went from rancher to police commissioner to war hero and president of the United States, all by the age of 42. He once gave a 90-minute speech with a bullet in his chest. The man collected experiences while others collect dust. He said this: in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. Doing something creates momentum, but it starts with a choice to move. You are here because someone saw something great in you. Someone believed in you. I do. You belong here. And even more than that, you help make this place where others belong too. The world needs what you have to offer. Choose to share it. Because if you keep it to yourself, it means other people won't discover what it means to activate wellness. And they won't get it to connect with you. The strongest businesses are built on relationships. So don't just build a team, build a community. Because when people feel connected, they'll stick around, they'll show up, they'll cheer you up and cheer you on. And we can all do so much more together. Again, I encourage you, make the choice to drive with us. For the next few months, we're all about shifting into high gear, riding in the fast lane, and going after your goals fueled by focus and purpose. I said it before, every check earned isn't just a win because of the numbers involved. It's a story. A mom who can finally afford the Nike shoes that means the world to her son. Or a dad who gets to take his family on their first real vacation. What will your story be? Speed isn't about flash, it's about transformation. Let's talk about what it can create. In 1959, Japan was preparing to host the Olympics, but the 6-hour journey from Tokyo to Osaka would not cut it. They could have just updated their old system, but instead they reimagined it. They overcame the challenges and invented seamless tracks that made it possible to launch the world's first bullet train. Travel was smooth, the time was cut in half, and it transformed the country. They proved that speed doesn't cause chaos, it creates clarity, momentum, results. We're building our smooth tracks too. Drive Era Behaviors, Enroll, Retain, Advance, is our system that allows you to travel fast and stay on course. But that's just the start. Today, Japan is building the maglev, a new kind of train that floats using magnetic levitation. No contact, no friction. Just lift and go to speeds up to 375 miles per hour. Removing friction improves speed. So ask yourself, what could happen if you remove the friction slowing you down? Identify it, then work to eliminate it. Whether it's a mindset, a system, or a habit, question it, all of it, and try things differently. Success doesn't always come from doing more. It's a byproduct of doing the right things better. Lead the way. Be someone who removes friction for yourself and others. Model positive behaviors. Show what a solution-centered mindset paired with smart systems can do. And don't do it alone. When your team works together, you'll become unstoppable. This is your season to speed up. Set your fast lane goals. Where do you want to be by September when our Drive Era Q3 incentive ends? Where do you want to be in your business, your health? What about your life? Set a clear direction and a fast pace to get you there. Our RVPs will be here a little later to tell you where it could take you. But it starts with you. 2,000 people, $500 or more a month. It might sound small, but for the right person, it's everything. The faster we go, the more lives we can change. But we'll only get there if we commit to speed and to show up as a community. So let's do this. Let's kick off the rest of this year with a surge. And let's move forward. Let's go faster. And let's go together. Thank you for being here. Now let's ride in the fast lane.
Thank you so much, Steve. It's always so great to hear from our CEO and about the vision that he has for this amazing company. He spoke so powerfully about the importance of community and the impact it can have on somebody's business. And we've seen that truth come to life in really big ways. One of the most exciting examples of this was during our Mind Body launch. This is where we witnessed the strength of community across all of our markets. As a part of our pre-launch activity, each region hosted club events that rallied consultants around a shared goal. The United States kicked things off with Club 55, and Japan, not to be outdone, quickly followed with Club 56. Each market had phenomenal results, and together, these events helped deliver the most successful product launch in our history. What these club events showed us is simple but powerful. When consultants come together with a collective purpose, and they're surrounded by others who are driving towards ambitious goals, incredible things happen. Community fuels momentum. That's why this year we're committed to creating even more opportunities for consultants to plug into high energy and goal-driven experiences. We're starting out strong with the launch of our very first quarterly incentive, available from July through September. In the US, it's called Club Fastlane, and each region has its own version aligned with our Drive Era theme. So, we want everyone in on this, but how do you participate in this quarterly cadence? There are 3 key steps. You join, leverage the tools, and most importantly, we celebrate. First, join. Everyone in Club Fastlane is working on an incredible business or health goal for what they are going to do to really make change for lasting impact. Head over to our Instagram account at LifeVantage. Here you'll see a pinned post. We want to know what your goals are. It may be anything from rank advancing to hitting a move goal or even cutting out sugar. The possibilities are endless. But to qualify for Club Fastlane, consultants needed to enroll 400 in volume in June or earn our custom LifeVantage sneaker. If you did either of those, congratulations. You're now eligible to earn an exclusive travel incentive announced earlier this month. Each region, Americas and Europe, Japan, and Asia Pacific, has a unique destination waiting. Plus, members who qualified in June also gain access to an exclusive social community featuring training, recognition, and ongoing support from fellow drivers. Now, I know I told you you had to enroll 400 SV in June to be part of this, but we know things happened, and maybe some of you missed that announcement, and we want you with us. So listen up, because you've got another chance to be eligible for the trip. Consultants who enroll 800 in SV in a single month during the qualification period will also qualify to be part of our first quarterly club. And yes, enrollments from July 1st through today already count. So don't miss this opportunity. Join this community, hit that enrollment volume, and let's drive. Completing this in July will make you eligible to earn the incentive trip. Next, leverage the tools. Every quarter, you'll get access to exclusive resources to help build your business. First up, market-specific product stacks and offers to drive urgency and support activation. Right now, NAD is trending, and in many markets, it's part of the quarterly packs and stacks. If NAD isn't offered in your market, don't worry, your market has a similar pack for you to focus on during the quarter. And like we've been talking about, a travel incentive that is tied directly to the core activities that create long-term success: enrolling, retaining, and rank advancing. Destinations are coming very soon, so keep listening. Now, we also have social media challenges and assets. Many of you have probably noticed this, but if you haven't, go over again to our Instagram account at LifeVantage. Each week, we are doing fun giveaways and challenges to help celebrate energy around the Club Fastlane. You'll see everything from health contests based off our activation accelerators to business challenges focused on enrolling, retaining, and even rank advancing. Check in with your local market to see how they are hyping up our summer in the Fastlane. And as always, you'll be getting social content and promotion tools to help you share, promote, and scale your efforts. Finally, we're celebrating. At the end of the quarter, we'll recognize and reward the consultants who leverage this opportunity to grow their business and earn their way to the incentive trips. These will be unforgettable experiences designed to connect you with other top performers and recharge your momentum for what's ahead. So, whether you're just getting started or whether you're hitting the gas right now, this quarterly cadence is built for you. The road ahead is wide open and the opportunity is yours to grab, so let's drive. Up next, we've got 2 incredible consultant panels packed with practical tips and real-life strategies to help you make the most of this incentive. They will give you powerful training on how our products and the activation story fits perfectly into your growth plan. So sit up, or better yet, since we're in our drive era, buckle up because we've got valuable insights, plus, as promised, exciting destination announcements coming your way. All right, so now I am here to talk about all the incredible things that we have going on in this quarter, some fun incentives from 2 of our incredible leaders, both doing amazing things in the field right now. We have Brandon Cunningham, presidential consultant, and one of our newest EC3 consultants, Courtney Watkins. So Brandon, Courtney, thanks for joining today.
Thank you.
Most importantly, we didn't plan this. Like the jacket situation.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe we were all on the same page.
So now, because it's the drive theme, you wear that every day is my understanding.
I mean, it's pretty much my routine. I shower, stretch, and then I put the jacket on.
Shower, stretch, jacket. Got it. And Courtney, the same for you?
It's reducing the decision fatigue this summer because I basically just know tank top and a racer jacket. It's
reducing the decision. I mean, there's always a business lesson in there. But yeah, we are official drivers. So we are here talking about how we drive our business through this amazing quarterly incentive. You know, in the United States, it's all about the fast lane, and everywhere globally, they have kind of some different themes, but it's all around this idea that let's come together as a community. We want all the drivers to raise their hand and say, like, let's get after this. So Brandon, we're gonna go straight to you. You ready?
Yeah, ready, I think, maybe.
Yeah, on your marks? By the way, the drive, like, jokes and puns are endless.
Yeah, they are.
We're going to have a hard time matching this. But okay, so, you know, we've been talking about, like, last year we're in our rise era, this year we're in our drive era. And really the era is all about enrolling, retaining, rank advancing. I mean, is there anything else in the business? Like, those to me are the most foundational things that you actually have to focus on to growth. But why are they so important?
Because anything outside of those 3 things is probably what we would call like management mode type stuff.
Oh, I love that.
So those 3 things are the income producing activities. So there's other aspects to it, but the enrolling piece is like, it's fundamental for our business. It's fundamental. If we're going to create these checks, if we're going to create SC1s, it starts with enrolling. That's where it starts. The second piece of that, the retention piece, I think sometimes people maybe confuse retention with maintain, like retain and maintain, but they are really 2 separate things.
Yep.
Because maintaining kind of just seems like we're just going to hold what we've got. That is not at all what this is about. Retention is, so we enroll, and then the ones we enroll, we want to retain longer. So it's not that we're maintaining, we're building.
I love it.
And so that's a key part of this business, is not only getting people to get to our products, get to the Evolve Comp Plan, but then teaching them how to get their customers to stay longer, and honestly, their consultants staying longer. I mean, there's a retention piece to a consultant as well. Side note, if you get your people paid quickly, they will stay longer.
That's a pretty big side note. Like, maybe full note that.
Full note, highlight it, circle it. A paycheck in the first week or the first month is significant.
For sure.
Them sticking around. And the advancement piece to this is probably what everybody wants, but maybe won't speak to, because sometimes there's people, they get hung up a little bit on money. They get hung up on maybe the recognition, like, I just want to be in the background. I just, but honestly, that advancement piece of this is the reward for doing the first 2.
True.
The advancement piece is the reward for enrolling and retaining. And all of us have this decision to make when it comes to these 3 things, because everyone knows these things. Like if you went to anybody at LifeVantage and they were like, what are the 3 things that are important? They would probably say
All those, yeah.
all those. So why isn't everyone doing it at the rate that maybe? So like I told some people recently that it's not necessarily people lacking skill to do things. It's lacking of motivation. And so the way I explain that is this. If I asked the 2 of you, hey, right now, would you guys like to go out for a 10-mile run?
Absolutely not.
Not a runner.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a driver.
I have a really
Yeah.
bad knee, okay, and a bad hip from all those years on bike. So I've got aches and pains, right? But what if I said, for $100, let's go run 10 miles?
No, I'm
No
not.
thanks.
No.
Okay, not
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I wouldn't either. I'm with you on that. What if we took it to $10,000, $1,000 a mile?
Still a lot of miles.
But are we thinking about it?
Absolutely.
You're thinking about
Yes.
she
I'm
she
like,
didn't say anything. Like you're like, I can see her over there. She's like, I'm thinking
And
about
not because
it.
I don't think that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a ton of money.
That's also a ton of miles.
But you're like maybe the rehab. Like
Yeah,
it's gonna
I'm
be
like, well, I miss being able to walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But let's take it to $100,000. At $100,000, are we going 10 miles?
No question.
No question.
No
probably do
question.
11 for that.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so none of us lack the well, we don't know if we're going to finish, but for $100,000, we're trying.
Yeah.
So
We're
my
in
point
it.
in saying all that is with earn, retain, and advance. The reason some people aren't doing it, maybe at the rate that they would like to, is because they haven't really tied the activities to the reward yet. So
True.
my encouragement would be, don't look at the small amount of rewards that are available on the table with Evolve.
Yeah.
If you want to enroll, because it's work. If you want to retain, it's work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to do this, but Evolve is such an incredible compensation plan that I'm still doing all 3 of those things because it's rewarding those behaviors.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it absolutely is. I mean, that's when we designed it, it was behavior based. Like, what are the behaviors that need to happen? And how do we continue to reward you at every rank for the input that you had in each of those? So I love that. So let me know on race day where I need to be for that 10 miler.
Let's talk to Carl about the $100,000.
Yeah, okay, he'll love that. He'll be all in. All right, Courtney, so we're going to now kind of talk about each of one of those things. I love that analogy. We're going to talk about each of them kind of on their own.
Yeah.
But starting with enrolling. And you, like, I've been following your journey. You have found some incredible people. You've really done a great job, not only enrolling yourself, but like you have a team of people really out there actively talking, enrolling, sharing the opportunity, very business focused. But what are those skill sets? Like if someone is like, well, Courtney, how did you do it? Like what are those skill sets that you really have to master to be just a great enroller?
To be a great enroller, I think it comes back to yourself. Like looking at yourself, are you someone that someone would want to join? Like, do I look like the type of person that I would say yes to me? Okay. I think that's one of the pieces that it starts with. And building that confidence. I spend a lot of time on personal development. You know that about me. We talk. But I do something every day for my own mindset, for my own personal development. I think this industry is actually pretty simple at its core. Like
enroll, retain, advance.
Yes, it's actually really easy, but the actions and like having that motivation. So the reason why we would say yes to $100,000 is we knew it was a guaranteed. Like we knew if I knew that you have cash in hand, I will do it.
So you're really not going to do it unless you see the cash, right?
I mean, yeah.
I'm with
Brandon,
you. I'm with you.
okay.
Show me the cash.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Like he seems trustworthy, but
And that's what I love about this business is though, like Brandon's presidential, he has the same products, he has the same compensation plan, he's in the same company. So I've always seen this business as if someone else can do it, why can't I?
I love that.
And so with enrolling, I'm in a mining season right now. Like I've been telling people recently, I'm looking for people again. And I go through seasons, like when you bring on a big leader, it's a lot of work to get them to say yes. There's a lot of work for them to look at LifeVantage and then to say yes and then get them launched. But I read a book a few years ago, and it's one I go back to pretty frequently, 3 Feet from Gold. So you guys have probably read that book. But it's basically a guy that goes out and starts mining in Colorado. And he finds a little bit of gold and he like sends back to everyone, gets all this stuff and doesn't find any again. Sells the property, the lot, whatever. Someone else comes in and actually starts researching and like doing things with it and finds the biggest gold that they found in that area. And so it's one of those things that it's like, how often, if you knew that there was gold here in LifeVantage, would you be looking for it every day? And so right now, I know people are looking for LifeVantage. I know that there's top leaders. I know that there's influencers. I know that there's an everyday person at home that's looking for what we have. So am I going out to find them? So that's kind of how I think about enroll. And then retaining them is advancing them, right? Yeah. Like to have them see that success. And that's where right now our belief in LifeVantage is so unshakable. And that's what I love about LifeVantage is the products all have the science. Like I'm not over here doing my own personal study. I'm just going off of that. And this summer especially, I am using the products as consistently as I ever have because I want those results with that summer stack. Like I'm using them, I'm taking people on my journey, but we're also building an incredible business with that. And there is that certainty, especially the income disclosure. Like,
yeah, absolutely
enroll off of the income disclosure that you're like, you might not be an EC3 like me, use me. You're like, this is my friend Courtney. This is my friend Brandon. This is my friend that just hit MC1. This is the average paycheck. Like that certainty is here at LifeVantage.
I love that.
That's a huge point. I don't know how many people use the income or earnings disclosure as a recruiting tool, but
highlight that thing up. Yes.
There you go. No, I love that. You know, it's interesting though, because people, you know, might be looking at you thinking, well, yeah, but you're Brandon Cunningham or you're Courtney Watkins. Like people say yes to you. Yeah. Like talk to me a little bit about that skill of enrolling day one. My guess is you both have heard no once or twice. But how do you get over that mindset of like, I mean, I guess it goes back to your analogy of the book. Like you didn't find that one yet, but like keep going, keep having those conversations. You're not going to be 100% on everybody.
As she was answering the question, it's exactly for me the same thing. You have to work on yourself first.
Okay.
So there's a lot of personal development that goes into recruiting.
Yeah.
I relate it to energy. I want to have such an energy when I'm speaking about LifeVantage or the products, the opportunity. I want to have such an energy about it that the words that are coming out of my mouth are not what's going to recruit them. It's the way I make them feel.
Oh. Yep.
And that comes from my energy, but I don't wake up with that energy.
Okay.
I have to build that energy. So that comes through personal development and being like strict with it. Like, you know, there's lots of hours of podcast in here. That's scary. I know. There's lots of hours in studying our industry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think even though this is the only company I've ever been in the network marketing space, I've spent a lot of time researching other companies, their comp plans, kind of becoming a professional in the industry, learning the industry. And it's helped me quite a bit in my recruiting. Because, you know, like if someone wants to get into a comp plan conversation and they'll say, well, tell me why yours is better than a binary. Well, if you don't know what a binary is, then might not recruit that person.
It's going to be a tough one to answer.
That's when I just get Brandon on the phone.
I'm
like, I've never heard of a binary.
Let me call my friend Brandon.
I know someone that does.
Well, I can tell you this. Okay, I went to the top rank, Pro 10 at the time, presidential, and I didn't know really what binaries were. But different era, different time right now. And I've taken it upon myself to learn these things about, and I don't know everything about all the comp plans. Yeah. But I'm telling you guys, I've put the hours in to get myself in the right headspace. And then that's the next piece is you've got to be in a recruiting mindset. Like you've got to physically be saying, I'm recruiting right now. Because I do believe, I don't believe in seasons of recruiting. But I do believe there's times to harvest. There's times to harvest. There's time to plant the grapes. That's from another training that we talked about. But
Brandon's training, like not a we training. Brandon did incredible training on the harvest, and it's constant. Like
in order to get the grapes, like you're not getting any grapes unless you've done the work already.
Yeah.
And so it all boils down to energy to me. If you're going to be a good recruiter, your energy needs to be better than the person you're trying recruiting, because it's just a transferable lead.
So what I hear you both saying is like the skill sets for enrolling is number one, work on yourself. Like have that confidence, build that belief, work on your mindset, and then it's just go do it. And the more you do it, the more confident you'll get. Is that fair?
Yep, fair.
Courtney, you've obviously experienced incredible rank advancements this year. You also have a team of people who have experienced incredible rank advancements. I want to ask you, like, how important is kind of that personal rank advancement, but also, like, how do you keep your team motivated and see that they're rank advancing and celebrate those wins along the way? Like, talk to me a little bit about the rank advancement side and really the recognition side of that.
Yeah, so with the retain piece too, like going back on that, focusing on the people that you have here. I think sometimes in the industry, it's easy to get caught up in the person that you thought was going to do something and didn't. Or you enrolled a bunch of people and like only a couple of people. Sometimes that can affect your mindset, that it's like, oh my gosh, I thought they were going to love this and they didn't. But focusing on the people that you do have.
I love that.
That helps to keep the boat rowing, right? And so that with rank advancements is huge, because not everyone is going to be an SC1. Not everyone's goal is to be an EC1. So I learned that in my business, that while my goal is presidential, not everybody wants that. And when I first started my career, I was delusional and thought everybody would want to be presidential and make $1 million and all the things. And when they all didn't, I was like, wait, what? And so I've learned to meet people where they're at and actually ask people like, well, what is your goal? What is your vision for your business? And then helping them to achieve that. And also as a leader, helping them to think bigger. Like sometimes you do need someone to push you a little bit and think a little bit bigger. Rank advancements for me is so much fun because I do love like the social side of it. I love making images and graphics and celebrating people and group chats, team chats. Since I've been here at the office, we've had 2 people that hit SC1 and we're sending images and like, oh my gosh, yay.
There's a pair of shoes somewhere ready for somebody.
Somewhere, like, let's do this. And so the rank advancements, the cool thing is there's a paycheck behind it.
I love that.
But what I've discovered for myself is when I'm thinking about the money, I don't do as well. Like if you're thinking about the paycheck that's attached to that, sometimes there's resistance. But when you think about a rank advancement, SC1, EC1, if you come over to my kitchen, there's Post-it notes all over. And I have my team ideas behind that as well. And so with rank advancements, there's recognition, there's celebration, and that also means that you've helped a lot of other people get their goals as well. And so that saying, you know, help enough people get their goal and you'll get your own. That is what this industry and this company is all about.
So you know, like you think of your team and you know what every single one of their goals are for the month.
I like to. And you know what? We utilize the corporate team a lot. So we have Kim and Victor. And for me, I'm not trying to micromanage my team. I want my leaders to feel like they're their own business. And so that detachment, that I'm not trying to help you get your goals so I get mine. Like that's not the idea.
It's not meaning it's not self-serving. It's not
it's not like
Brandon, do this so I can get this.
Can you hurry up and get MC1 so I can get, like that's not helpful.
Right after my marathon.
Yes. And so I like people to, when they want that leadership, to go run with that. So I do love to know what you're going for. And there are times that, you know, I've texted people like, are we going big this month? Like, are we going to play? Or are we going to play it safe? And so if I'm leading forward and I have these big, massive goals, I'm pulling that energy up too, that it's like, let's go. Let's get Thailand. Let's get the shoes. Let's get whatever's out there. Let's get Tiffany's. And the rank advancements follow, but our team all knows that it's like you're going to get celebrated, you're going to get shouted out. And something I recently did with rank advancement that I want to continue to do is actually making it a post on Instagram, those rank advancements that are at least MC1 and above or whatever, but that people can visibly see. Because if I was stalking me to see like, how's Courtney really doing in LifeVantage? I would go and I would check out the squares. And if I'm shouting people out regularly, that tells someone like, oh, if I come on her team, I can have success too.
I love that. No, I really, really love that. Yeah. So I'm going to take us a little bit and talk really about the incentive trip. Now, every market globally has an incentive trip that they can qualify for over the next 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that we have been really focused on as a corporate team is make sure that these incentives aren't some random, like, do this weird thing and you get to go on a trip. Like, the way you earn these trips are enroll, retain, rank advancement. And for this upcoming one, it's about enrolling, rank advancing, and helping your team rank advance, which ultimately is helping them retain. But talk to me a little bit about how do you leverage incentives in your business? Something like this trip. How do you take it to the team?
It's a stepping stone for us for the fundamentals that is going to be required to reach the ultimate goal. Like the goal when you join LifeVantage, you didn't join LifeVantage to go on trips. For most people, right?
Yeah.
There's more personal things attached to why we run at LifeVantage, what those things are. But we were just talking about rank advancing. And so many people, that is like such a weird science, and like they don't really know. So what we do is we use the trips and the points associated with the trips to get people to understand how to actually track a business. Like a household, like most households sort of know how much money's in their checking account. Because if you don't know, you might end up in a lot of trouble. Like if you're just spending crazy and you don't know at the end of the month what you got, there might be some problems.
Eventually that catches up
Could
to you.
catch up, right?
Yeah.
And so most people know really certainly what's in their savings account. But if I ask them how many SC1s are in your business, it would be like sometimes crickets.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's bad.
Yeah.
So we use the trips because there's a definite point total
Yes.
that people need to get the reward. Well, that we take that and show them how to use that to hit their rank advancing goals.
Yeah.
And so because we make a science out of that as well. There's ratios that we've used over the years that we know if you hit certain ratios, you're really close to rank advancing. So the saying is in our team, some people are gonna know the words coming out of my mouth right now. And that is, you cannot manage what you don't measure.
Oh.
So it's impossible to manage your household.
Yeah.
To manage, like you can't plan for your next vacations if you don't know what your savings and budgets are. You will never know what you're going to rank event. You'll never know if you're going on the trips if you don't track it and manage the numbers. So that's how we use trips is there's a number, you have to track it. You got to go find it in your back office. Like, there's effort that's required.
Yeah.
We use that to teach them how to do the bigger goals, how to get to EC1, 2, 3 presidential, because there's leg requirements, there's numbers, there's balance, there's all that stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Courtney, what about you? How do you leverage incentives and specifically this trip? How do you see your team really leveraging this and how do you lead out with it?
So I almost feel like I could join LifeVantage just for the trips. Like they are that good. But the first thing about earning a trip and like leading the way is deciding.
I love that.
It's the decision first thing, like trust falling to the universe. I'm going to do this trip. And that's how we lead with trips. The videos that LifeVantage puts out is like, watch that video, visualize. The wallpaper on my phone is Thailand. Like I send out screensavers to our entire team. It's like, decide that you're going to get that, whatever trip it is. It doesn't matter. Like get on board with it. I make a Pinterest board. I have Alaska Pinterest board. We have all the places because again, I've never been there. I've never thought of those things. And so it's like, I'm not sure that I'm going to get that trip, that I have the Pinterest board. I have the ideas board. I'm sending that out to my team. That's one of the fun parts about it. But the trackers, you make it so easy to help people track their business, like Brandon said. And so what we've done, like with Alaska, is how many points that you need, what your rank advancement is, and then breaking that down, just like Brandon said. But literally we're like, okay, if this person gets 2 SC2s and then 1 SC1, you'll get that many points. And we break it down in that way. And then we're like, okay, who do you know? And then how can we incentivize? How can we help you get that person to SC2? Virtuals or promotion, or like what can we do to help? And then we do each leg and each person in their business, starting with our leaders. And then who can we get to NC1 usually, and then break it down in that way. And we really made sure with Tiffany's and Alaska that people weren't leaving points on the table. So I would track constantly, and so would our team, of enroll points, retain. Okay, you need 400 more in orders. If you need 400, you're usually going to get at least 600. And then same with advancement. And so using each little step, it made the end goal so doable. But the trip is like the ultimate marketing for me. That is like the ultimate, you are having success in that company that you chose. If it's your friend that was like, why are you doing this? Your sister-in-law that's like, okay, you're annoying. Like whatever it is.
Family is never like
you
that.
go on these trips and it just like validates all of it.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is spouses. Like it gets your spouse so locked in. Whatever you're sacrificing to do your business, you take them on a trip and they're like, do more. Like they leave the trip
How can I
going,
clear to your calendar?
how can you
That's a good
be
point.
like Brandon?
That's a good point.
So it's surrounding yourself with those people. Trips change. That's where I found my power partner, Dawn, in Park City. South Africa, we left with friends. We didn't have a single person from our team there. And with my team too, that was at Growth Summit and Park City, it bonded us. Like we are such lifelong friends. We're in it together. And that makes business more fun. I'm always like, I love that we get to do LifeVantage and life together. It's just the best. And that's
I
what
think
trips
being
do.
public about the trips is good because Lynette and I recently had people say like, so tell us how you go on those trips.
Yeah,
Tell us how you're doing that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's only because, we've been public with the trips and the pictures and in a little strategic way, but more in a very appreciative, life-changing way that we
Absolutely
get to share the
Yeah.
experiences with.
Well, some people look at trips as like a reward, like, oh, I'm on this. And other people look at it like, this is a way I'm going to attract more people that are like, how do
Absolutely.
I go on a trip like that? And that's how I always look at the incentives. And the other thing I love is that this isn't costing us any money. Like I get to offer all this really cool stuff to my team, once in a lifetime trips, once in a lifetime Tiffany's, or custom sneakers, like whatever it is. That's what you get when you take it to the next level. And when you get your team there, that's the best reward. It's like, we're doing this together.
I love that. So I want to just bring this back to really where we started, and that's this idea of this quarterly cadence. And I love that you both touched on kind of that experience, that culture. I will tell you, I have been on a number of incentive trips. The South Africa incentive trip for me, like I got emotional watching you all walk across stage, even at convention, because like we will be forever bonded with that trip. I look at the Club 55, 56 in Japan. They were one ahead of the US.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Competitive.
Japan brought that, but I look at the community that came out of those groups, and this is what we are trying to create every quarter.
Yeah.
An opportunity for people to say, "It's my time. I'm in this quarter. Let's run." You're running for that goal, and then you're celebrating at these different locations. So I'm going to give you guys one last question. How important is that culture and that community vibe when it comes to building your business?
Oh, yeah. It's the stickiness to me. The culture, to me, I did a Zoom very recently, and it was a recruiting Zoom. We had people looking at the company, and I asked them like, what do you think is the most important things? And you got the typical responses of product, comp plan, that sort of thing. And so the number one thing to me is in a recruiting atmosphere, we're talking recruiting, is the longevity of the company. That's number one.
Absolutely.
Because if you got the greatest product and the greatest comp plan, but the company's not around in 6
problem.
months, who cares? The product, it's a problem. Number two, I told them, more important than product or comp plan is the culture.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because not everyone's going to go to presidential. Not everyone's going to EC1 or 2. They're not. It's just not. I had the same problem when we joined. I'm like, why are you guys not doing what we're doing? Because I thought we all wanted the same thing. And so culture is what's going to help you attain all the things we've been taught. The right culture will get you on the trips. The right culture will get enrolling, retaining, advancing. The right culture will make this thing so much more enjoyable, and we get to determine
Absolutely.
what that culture is.
And you're relatively new to this culture too. Like, how important has this culture been to your success, and why is that important for people really to consider as part of kind of this incentive?
Well, the fun thing is it feels like the culture is continuing to develop here at LifeVantage. I came in not knowing anyone, and luckily I had Tyler Daniels mentoring me, and our team that we brought in, and it continues to evolve. Like Brandon, I know when I met you, you were like, let me know if there's anything that I can do. And vice versa. It's this culture of abundance, and there's more than enough to go around. Where if I'm doing well, that doesn't mean that you're not going to do as well. In LifeVantage, it really feels like everyone's cheering for each other. And we're building that and creating it as we go. It didn't feel like I came into a company that the culture was set and it's like, this is how we do things. It really feels like LifeVantage continues to evolve. And that's one of the reasons why a brand new person comes in and joins and they're like, oh my gosh, LifeVantage is brand new. It feels that way, and that's exciting and fun for us.
Well, I love that. You know, this is, the culture here really is special.
It's the
And I think it's something that all of our leaders just contribute to in such a meaningful way, and that we take really seriously. But again, that's the reason we're putting these, aligning these quarters and these trips how we are, because we want everyone to really experience that for themselves. Like, don't take these professional drivers' words for it. But we want people to experience that. So can't wait to see both of you on the trip, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, and we'll see you on the trip.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Before we jump into our next roundtable, let's take a few minutes and talk about a couple of things that I'm excited to share with you. First, let's celebrate something amazing. Many of you saw Dawn Bursch receive her My Life Venture Jeep recognition at Global Convention. And just last month, we got to celebrate her again at her official Jeep party. Let's take a look at Dawn's celebration.
I'm Dawn Bursch. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I'm a wife and a mother of 3, and I'm an interior designer and realtor. Family time means everything to me. Especially as your kids get older, the time gets to be less and less. Personal main interests would definitely be design. I love to make things pretty. That's just who I've been since I was 9 years old, drawing houses and decorating them. And just anything to do with a house, playing in my yard, working with my plants, that sort of thing. That's really where you'll probably find me. About 10 years ago, I started taking Protandim. My best friend, Michelle Poe, told me I had to take it for the rest of my life. But it wasn't until Collagen launched almost 3 years ago now that I saw a product with demonstrability and just really something I could get behind, and got really excited and joined the company. There's days when you just like, I don't know if I'm good enough for this. I don't know if I can help this many people. I don't know if I can lead these people. I don't know if I know enough about the products, and all of those things. Every day there's battles. Every single day I doubt myself, and every single day I remind myself that I'm more than capable of this, and if I don't know the way now, I'm gonna figure it out. We earned the Jeep in March, and early in April, I was cleaning up around the house, and I looked at this old book that I had made 5 or more years ago. It was a vision book. I was flipping through it just thinking like, wow, this is so neat to look back over my life and what had been achieved. And I turned the page, and there was a white Jeep. And I just I couldn't believe that. Like, that was something that I put into the universe so many years ago. Yeah, Frank has always supported me in ventures and business.
I've seen her work tirelessly, a lot of hours. Who can I help? Who's close? Who do we need to give a little encouragement to? She's been able to do a lot of things and mostly help so many people. The opportunities and the money are secondary to her. She just loves helping people and making sure that they have what they need, and it's just her nature. So.
With My Life Venture, it's a vehicle that I have a title to. That kind of makes me emotional to know that I've been given this gift, and I'm gonna drive it so proud. For me to throw a celebration and have the Jeep here for everybody to see, it's not about me. It's about what everybody else can do and our team coming together and seeing that Jeep, somebody they know, somebody they work with every day. That Jeep is sitting in their garage. To me, it's just all about the picture that we can paint for everybody that comes after us.
Dawn, I am so proud of you, girl. You show us how to work hard and get it done, and you lead by example.
You're the freaking best, Dawn. I love you.
Dawn, I am so proud of you. I know the amount of work that this took, and you're an inspiration to all of us, so congratulations.
I didn't know it could happen this fast, and I didn't know that it could feel like just so right with the right corporate staff, the right products, just everything, the people all falling into place. It's just such a fortunate place to be, and I feel like LifeVantage has become our home.
Huge congrats to you, Dawn. We are so proud of you and everything that you've built. Now, let's take another minute to talk about something that can make a big difference in your business. How you can get your new consultants started strong. Because here's the truth. New consultants, they don't need a million PDFs and they don't need a crash course in every single product. They need clear direction. And now, thanks to our updated onboarding flow, they've got it. Here's what you as their upline can encourage every new consultant to do. Number 1, get their first customer in 7 days. Why? Because our data shows that earning their first commission check quickly makes them 5 times more likely to rank advance. Number 2, enroll their first consultant in 30 days. This builds belief, gets them excited, and doubles their average earnings. Number 3, hit SC1 during their launch period. That includes their enrollment month plus the next 3 full months. And consultants who hit SC1 early are the ones who stay and grow. So your job? Be their champion, keep them moving, remind them of what matters. First customer in 7 days, first consultant in 30, and SC1 in their launch period. That's the path, that's the pace. It's time to drive. Let's go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Activate. Hope you're enjoying being in our fast lane, using those key behaviors Kristen talked about, enrolling, retaining, and advancing. And one of the tools we have to help you with enrolling, retaining, and advancing are our incredible products. Yes. And that's here what we're going to talk about today. We're going to dive in a little bit more, but our products, guys, are different. You take our products to help your body make what it needs for health. So we've got NRF2, helping your body make those antioxidants, liquid collagen, helping your body produce and make its own collagen, and then our amazing mind-body GLP-1 system, kind of the newest to the activation lineup, helping our bodies activate production of GLP-1. So I've got 2 amazing consultants with me. I'm so excited to dive into this conversation. You guys bring an incredible wealth of knowledge, both on the business side and the product side, and really, I think, do an incredible job of using the products as tools to actually grow your business, right? So we've got Dr. Dondi Nettles with us. I have such good things to say about you, your partnership, you're incredible. He's an SAB member. Thank you so much. And Sandy McClure, you're kind of my go-to when it comes to like, give it to me straight. What are these products all about? Helping customers and consultants both. So let's just dive in. Let's just start. Let's lean in first to the mind-body GLP-1 system. Sandy, this one's for you. How are you seeing new interest in because of this product? How is it increasing momentum for you business-wise?
Well, thank you for having me here.
Yes.
And I'm excited to talk about this because as if Protandim and collagen weren't enough. And that's what I love about being part of LifeVantage. There's always something better. When you think it's great,
yep,
and it couldn't get any better, it always does. And so thank you for all of that. But one of the nice things about this is I have a history of just being in wellness and weight management and just coaching people along to a better, healthy lifestyle. And so when this was introduced last summer and I heard about this, I was so excited. And not just because of the buzz or the craze around that, because this is different. And we are set apart from everything. And so what it has done for my business is, number one, I think sometimes we tend to get comfortable after collagen came out, then people kind of get quiet about it. I don't know why that happens, but this gave us another new thing to talk about, to come back to people who maybe were just kind of not asking any more questions, to say, hey, there's something new coming. How would you like to activate your life again?
Yeah, I love that you used it and went back to people that maybe weren't interested, maybe didn't understand the concept, but used it as a tool to say, hey, we're still here, we're still activating.
Yes, and I personally, I've had amazing results with this. There is not one product that I'm never going to try myself, and I think that is the case in the group that I have in our business builders, and our just as people who are not even really building businesses, but consultants who had not even really enrolled for a long time. I was seeing people's name on the enrollment list who I've never seen on there, because it's a conversation that everybody wants to have. I mean, you can talk about collagen, and that's great. Not everybody's really going to be interested in collagen. A lot of people are.
Sure.
But when you're talking about weight management, that's a conversation a lot of people are open to talking about. Yeah. And just because it's the buzz of the GLP-1, that opens us up to talk about how different our products are. And Donnie and I have had a really great opportunity to have a couple of webinars where we've been able to talk about that and really educate some of the field on just about how this is different from what else is out there.
Talk to me about, I guess for both of you, the high-speed health stack, because that's kind of our focus with our Fast Lane Summer. What do you love about it? How do you, in these conversations that you're having people, how are you using that stack in particular? NAD is the free product in the US that's being comes along with that stack. Tell me about that conversation and maybe how you're leaning into that.
It's a great conversation, because I think from the mind-body perspective, the conversation on a mass scale has already begun. We don't have to start a new conversation. We're coming from a standpoint that people have already heard of GLP-1, which means they're already interested, and they've also heard of the negative side of GLP-1, what they haven't heard of the natural side. They've heard the synthetic side and the limitations that come along with it, but they haven't heard the natural side. In other words, when the body starts creating it on its own. So that's the entry point. But capitalizing on top of that, if you're activated already with the Protandim NRF2, you're going to have a much greater conversation or a much greater experience with the product, therefore leading to a much deeper conversation. And then you add the fat burn and you add the NAD. I kind of look at the NAD like this, is if you have a bunch of professional musicians and you've got the brass section where you've got some trombones, you've got some trumpets, maybe some saxophones, and then you've got the percussion section. You've got some drums, you've got some cymbals, and then you've got the stringed instruments. You've got the cellos, the violins, the stand-up bass. If they're all professional caliber musicians, but there's nobody coordinating all of that, which is where the conductor comes in, you have very highly skilled musicians making noise. And so NAD is what takes all of those sirtuins, those 7 sirtuins, which are analogous to those professional musicians, and brings them all together so they can make music. And so with the foundation of NRF2, and where we're taking oxidative stress away or out of the body or limiting it dramatically, throwing on top of that the body's ability to create its own GLP-1 and balance the entire process of food and hunger and all of that, and have fat burn on top of that to get to the visceral fat, and then you throw on top of that orchestration of all that music, you've got an incredible pack. And that high-speed pack is just crazy, the potential. But I think I love it because the conversation is already there. We just have to add other elements that people have never heard before.
Yeah. So activation, obviously, well, by the way, I love that. I might be stealing that kind of analogy with that conductor and all those areas of music. That's brilliant. But setting expectations with our product is different because sometimes it's not something you feel or even kind of see right away. So activation's more of a lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
Like, how do quick wins are really important. they can show themselves too. But how do you make sure you're setting proper expectations when it comes to activation?
Yeah, so great question. And I kind of look at it this way. We're either activating or we're deteriorating. And if you look at that from just the human life cycle, when we're born, the first phase of life is we're growing. And under normal circumstances, nothing dies while it's growing. So if something does, it's completely abnormal. We get through the growth phase, and then we have a phase where we kind of plateau when we're thriving. We're at our cellular max, and then eventually the aging process starts, where it's our first gray hair or our first crow's feet or our first achy joint, whatever it is, and we all remember when that happens.
Do.
And then it's
totally
that slow, gradual decline for most people. But we're not talking
Or rapid
about
decline.
Right. Well, ideally rapid, because if we're talking about a slow, gradual decline, we're talking about lifespan. But a bigger conversation is health span. So if we can maintain that high health to the ends of our life and then have a rapid drop off, that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to just go to sleep and not wake up. And so if they do an autopsy, there was no COD, no cause of death. Most people don't have that experience. They get diagnosed 20 years previously and they slowly work their way into the grave. That's what I love about this is activation, because we're either activating or we're deteriorating. And our products give us the ability to maintain not only that high caliber of life, but that thriving part of life as long as possible.
I feel like everyone needs to make sure that's in their notes. That's a takeaway for me in this conversation for sure. Activation or deterioration.
Yeah.
And if you're not activating, you're going to be on that decline because your body's not producing, it's not holding what it needs to, right? Like that's powerful. So back to kind of the expectation piece of that. What do you tell people they're going to feel? What's this experience going to be like when you start taking activation?
It's a great question, but I don't know if there's a cookie cutter answer because everybody's going to have a different experience based on, are they activated already?
Yeah.
Is activation new to them? In that entire health continuum, where are they when they become activated? And so let them know there is going to be some change. Some may feel it, some may not. It doesn't mean it's not happening. And that's where we can rely on the science that we know it's happening, whether or not we have a demonstrable feeling.
Yeah.
Or we just know and we can trust in the science. And that's what I love about our products is we're not leveraging friendships here, telling people to trust us. Trust is earned, it's not mandated. And when we can show by a product experience or proving what we're talking about with a scientific study, or someone says, oh my gosh, my experience has been great. We've got these wonderful before and after pictures that go along with the science, that go along with the stories. We don't have to fabricate or embellish anything. Yeah. It's just a matter of we need to show people what they are and how to get them into their bodies to start that thriving, start that activating as soon as possible. Yeah. But it's a lifestyle, to your point. It's a lifestyle, it's not a quick fix.
Yeah.
People, unfortunately, I think, have gotten so accustomed to quick fixes, though.
Yeah.
With diets. Diets are a quick fix, but the reason you need to go on a diet was not a quick response. It took maybe decades.
Yeah.
And so a fad of a diet will never overcome a trend of poor lifestyle choices. And that's the thing. Fads and trends coexist, but fads do not overcome trends.
Yeah.
You can exchange a new trend with an old trend and have a different caliber of life, but it may be 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road before you get to your ideal. Unfortunately, people want results now. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on where they're all at.
But it's nice to be able to point back to like the clinical trials, right? Because that's what you said of like, well, here's what we know is happening inside of your body.
Yeah.
When you give your body what it needs to make health, that is happening. Those study results show that production of collagen, show the production of those antioxidants that are crucial for overall health. We're clinically shown to increase GLP-1. Those things are happening. We know those things, but like you said, that will look different in everyone as they kind of overcome those years of habits and other lifestyle changes and set the expectation that things are happening and getting back into balance. And we're going to work with your body instead of against it. What about you, Sandy? Like, are you fast results? You're the customer whisperer, I feel like.
Yes.
How do you approach this? Like, how do you speak to it? This is a long game here. We're not looking for those. And actually, short-term results don't equal long-term results. How do you have that conversation?
Well, first of all, and I love that Dondi talked about, are you activated yet or not? Because, I can tell people I had really a great experience and I only added core and enhanced and I had some massive changes. But I have to remind them I was already eating healthy. I was already exercising. I was already hydrating my body. I don't drink alcohol. So all of those things played into why I had the experience that I had. And I think that's really important that we remember that. I love that Dondi said the word exist. Because, you can either live to be 100 or you can exist to be 100.
Just existing.
Just existing. I want to live. I want to die young at a ripe old age. And so I feel that if I plant that in people's minds, because as a woman, I'm going to be 61. Actually, I am 61. I thought I was going to be 60, but I'm actually 61. Just turned 61, as a matter of fact. I didn't realize I could feel this good. Aww. But for the last 30 years, I didn't feel this way. And so I have spent a long time trying to get where I am now, or depleting where I am now. You can take that depending on who you're talking to. So what I tell people is you shouldn't be in a hurry because you've done this to yourself for a long time, depending on your age. And I have one of my customers who became a consultant because of her experience and is having really good success talking to other people. She told me, I am so glad that my body still trusts me after I've mistreated it for so long. Oh, and I thought that was really profound. Yeah. And she said, and she's had an amazing experience. And so I don't like to call it results, because I really feel like the result is an end of something and this is just a continuation. So that's what I try to put in people's mind. We're not in a hurry here. So if you're not activated yet, let's get you activated. And Dondi and I talked about this before the product came out, that, when we were on the product, but nobody else could get it. I said, let's prepare your gut, because a great gut will enhance this experience. So we got them on the Gut Health Essential Stack with the probio prebiotic and the NRF2. And I asked them, are you willing to be patient with this? Because I don't want to know how you feel. I'm interested how you feel in a month. But let's be thinking about a year down the road. Yeah. And I think that if we say that, can you believe, or you probably don't have any idea the conversation we're going to have in a year. And when you put that in their mind, they're already thinking, okay, a year from now, now I get it, that this isn't just an overnight fix. Now, for some people, they'll see my pictures and have a picture of me last May, May of 2024 to this May. And I felt like I looked okay, but it's a profound difference. It's very different. And they said, yeah, but that took you a whole year. Oh. Well, those people who were telling me that are the people who still look the same from the first conversation we had to 6 months later, because they didn't jump on board. And they're saying now we're seeing that it's taking time, but in a year, look at the changes I have. And for some people who say, I only lost 10 pounds in a year, I don't know how much weight I've lost. I don't care about the scale. I know how I feel and how I look. But if you were to lose 10 pounds this year and keep that off, and then lose 10 pounds again next year and keep that off, that's 20 pounds off in 2 years, as opposed to losing 20 pounds in a month and gaining 40 and being heavier. And it's just a really big mindset that we have to change with people. So we have to let them know we aren't in for a quick fix. This is longevity. And so again, and that was a long way of telling them, just prepare them that this is not a quick fix, and they will respect that. Then it comes down to their decision.
Yeah. And to me, I'm the type of person of just seeing those results. I don't care how long, I want that. I want to feel that. And I think I love your after picture, because you can just, not only do you look fantastic, you can see the energy and the vibrancy, the things you can't visualize. You see that in you. And I hope everybody would want that and commit to improving their health that way. Dondi, we kind of going back, GLP-1, I think you mentioned it, really hot kind of topic right now, right? Kind of in the marketplace as this quick fix or something that we can do very quickly and have big results. So how are you expanding the conversation? Because obviously GLP-1 is a fantastic kind of intro product, intro to activation. Let's activate your body. It's GLP-1 hormone is something your body is fully capable of producing. Let's make sure we're optimizing that and get that back working the way it's meant to be, that natural approach. But obviously, great lead in. Other products, though, expand that conversation. What does that look like for you? And what does that look like for your business?
Well, I think from an entrepreneurial standpoint, when you look at what people want, And why are the people that are taking the GLP-1 agonists, the synthetic versions, what are they looking for? They're looking for feeling better in their own skin. They're looking to fit into a tuxedo because they've got a wedding coming up and they're the best man in 3 months. So they've usually got some kind of reason, or they got a negative health report. And then all of a sudden they become very, very focused on a short-term gain of losing weight, not realizing the lifestyle that put them in that situation in the first place. And so starting with that conversation, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to change your lifestyle? Are you willing to drink water every day? Are you willing to move? Are you willing to eat good food and focus on the positive things and prioritize protein and all the things that we talk about with our activation accelerators, just to kind of give a litmus test of, is this a person who may have a short-term experience, give credit to the product, and then 6 months later, they've gained all the weight back and we're having the conversation over again. Because statistically speaking, most people who get in that kind of a conversation, they're looking for a short-term fix for that wedding or for that fitting into that tuxedo. And then once they do, they go right back to where they were before. That's just, we're dealing with that population as a whole. So if we can realize that's the reality, and while we've got their ear, show them the importance of making a lifestyle choice to make this a permanent outcome, like Sandy was saying, lose 10 pounds this year, lose 10 pounds next year, and then you've lost 20 pounds, but you've gained the overall confidence in how much better you look, versus losing the 20 pounds just to gain it back plus an additional 20. It's a lifestyle choice. And I think when you break it down and have those conversations, you can kind of figure out the person who's just looking for the short-term fix, which I'll still allow them to purchase it, but let them know you're probably, unless something changes, we may be having this conversation again 6 months from now. What do you really want? To fit into a tuxedo, to go to a wedding, or to live longer for yourself and your family and extend your family legacy? I love having those personal conversations to establish hierarchy of importance on why does this product even appeal to them? And having the true, candid conversation.
So how do you, if someone realizes that, like, oh my gosh, thank you, because you're right, I need to be focused long-term. I want to be around for my family. I don't want to be deteriorating anymore. How do you intro some of the other products? Because sometimes this is the first time people have heard about activation, and this idea of supplementation, kind of this new approach was great and something our bodies, need. But activation going a step further, how do you make sure that those enter the conversation and that there's that aha kind of comes about in that of, you're right, my body is capable of this. What else you got, Dondi?
Then it's just a matter of once we have that agreement, then kind of layering onto that, well, how far do you want to take this? What is your vision on this? Because we can activate a lot of different ways of your body functioning. How many of them are you interested in hearing about? And I kind of look at it this way. I like to use analogies and tell stories. So I love the analogy when I was taught when a little kid, and most people here in the States, they are taught the whole story about the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. And it's from the pig standpoint, nothing really matters until the big bad wolf shows up. And so the pig who's in the straw house was fully content until the big bad wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house over. And then the same thing with the pig in the wood house. They didn't really even consider it until the big bad wolf showed up. So analogous to life, we may be living a quality of life and we think it's okay until we don't feel right. Well, the reality of it is you are creating the house you're living in with every single time you put a fork to your mouth and the lifestyle choices that you make. And so that happy pig who's in the brick house or the stone house or whatever version your parents told you, it doesn't matter when the big bad wolf showed up and huffed and puffed because he's happy. And so when we can activate as many pathways in our body, we build that rock house. So when stress comes, we lose a job, we lose a family member, we've now got to take care of our parents because they're aging, whatever it is, biologically, we are better capable of handling that situation. And it's just, I may handle conversations differently than other people because I'm looking at it from my background as a healthcare provider, but as an entrepreneur, realizing there is no other company having this kind of conversation with the scientific validity that backs it up. But I know the world wants this. They're looking for it. They just don't know we're here. And when somebody has an aha moment, and they have, not only do they lose weight, they feel better, they're, whatever the case may be, they feel better in their own skin, they tend to get pretty excited, confident, and loud about it. And that story builds other stories, and it's that ripple in the pond.
It's fun to build a brick house.
It is.
And feel protected.
Yeah. And most people get it when I use that. They're like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Well, then stop digging your grave with your fork and start making some better lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
And we've got the ability to layer that.
Oh, I love that. That's incredible. You hit on lifestyle too. With MB, we introduced our activation accelerators because it is about lifestyle. You both have mentioned that. Activation accelerators aren't like crazy. They're not. They're 10 things that are pretty much everyone should be doing. It's the lifestyle things that just we all know that have been hard, maybe though, to overcome. Sleeping, getting those 7 to 8 hours at minimum, drinking water. How do you educate on these? Because I bet people look at the list and like, oh, that's pretty basic. Like, thanks for the info. But how do you really show, no, it's about these basics. It's about these products, but the lifestyle component. Have any tips on incorporating those activation accelerators into the conversation?
Oh, I do.
Please.
I love coaching, and we do have a specific Facebook group for coaching specifically, separate from our product page, so that we're not inundating people who don't want to hear about that.
Yeah.
But who doesn't want to. And I just tell people, speaking of bricks, you have most people who've battled this all their lives. When they are looking at changing their lifestyle, they see this huge brick wall in front of them. And they're just looking at it so overwhelmed. And they don't realize that to take that down or to get to the other side, get through that wall, we just take down one brick at a time. And it really is that simple. And so when I coach these challenges, I've done 75 hard myself. If people aren't familiar with that, it's just habits and disciplines. And it's not about weight loss. It is about mental toughness and overcoming what you think you can't do. And it's all about prioritizing and putting your life into perspective and saying, okay, these are things that are non-negotiables. I'm going to do this. For me, I want to be around for my grandkids. I want to be able to lift them. I want to be able to do all the things. And so this is why I do this. And then when I am leading the group, then I have to walk the walk. And so what I just tell people, we have a checklist, and it's just checking this off. And in the first few weeks, or maybe the first few days, depending on the person, once again, it might be hard for them. And I get this all the time. I always say feedback. It was so hard to drink half my weight in ounces in water. But a week from then, they're like, I feel so much better because I'm hydrated. My digestive health is better and everything. And so once they get through that process, just like anything else, they do those daily tasks, check that list off. In about 3 weeks, it becomes just what you do. And you don't even think about it. And so that's basically what I do. And I did want to touch on, how I incorporate other products. Anytime I get a new customer, or even a consultant, I send them a thank you for trusting me. And it's always a shaker bottle with every flavor of Axio in it and a little description on how to use that. Very rarely do people come in on Axio. Sometimes they do because it's an impact product. You actually feel that. But if they don't, they're getting it in the mail in a nice little package with a personal note. Thank you for trusting me.
So good.
And what do you think goes in on their next subscription? Axio, because they love how they feel. And so those little things in our coaching group, we educate. We're not just educating on the products, but when I talked the other day about the fiber, and people might feel a little bit of discomfort when they drink the Enhance, I said, then make sure you're not taking any other kind of fiber in at the same time. That could cause, that's just fiber overload on your body.
Sure.
And they didn't realize that, but each day we have a tip on that, but we're also talking about how these products enhance that digestive health. And so education is important. And if you're not sure how to do that, then just go to the frequently asked questions on your site, and that's your homework. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how I did. I printed those off. I'm old school, and I just read those so that they call them frequently asked questions for a reason, because people frequently ask them, and then you know how to answer them. You don't have to reach out to anybody else. It's right there. If you still have questions, then you can reach out to corporate. Product questions at LifeVantage.com, right?
That's right.
Or your upline, but you have the opportunity. You study to learn things. Study the frequently asked questions.
Yeah, I love that. Use the tools that you have available. Your website is a treasure trove of info. There's a lot of great groups that are loaded. Yeah, the hub. Thank you.
Incredible.
And if you're Summer in the Fast Lane, a plug for our amazing social campaign that we have going, where you can do these activation accelerator focused challenges and really gear your things around there. Your content around those
Such
too.
an exciting
Just pull
time.
from that. Don't overthink it.
It's so exciting.
All right. So back on Summer in the Fast Lane, what are your goals? Just give it to me really quick. We don't need to overthink this. Dondi, business and health. Go.
Business is to help as many of our people get to the SC1 and MC1 ranks as possible. And for myself, now that I've turned 60, I'm looking at things a little differently. For my personal goal is to be harder to kill.
Oh.
Literally, because I see people that are choosing to slowly do it themselves. And I want to hold this off as long as possible and bring the challenges. And this equips me to do that.
Love that. Can we commit to a number on that SC1? How many SC1s in your org?
I would say 20 in the next 90 days for this summer.
That's incredible.
Minimum
Let's
of 20.
do it.
Yeah.
Great. And I love that. The health side.
Yeah.
Harder to kill.
Harder to kill.
You're doing that. That's a pretty easy goal. You're taking those products every day. What about you? What's your health business?
Those business goals are about the same as mine.
Okay.
And I think the best part is we want to help other people get to where we are. If we help enough people, then we don't have to worry about ourselves personally. But yes, and you know, the incentives that are put out there are pretty amazing. And so those are all geared toward just doing the right things. And so if you just do those things and share, we need more messengers out here. So don't just, you know, for me, it's not just about customers. I need more messengers. I need more people helping me talk about these products. As far as the health goals, I've been working at this, and my goal is to just be able to carry my groceries in, to be able to pick my grandkids up, to be able to chase them around. I'd love to lift 40-pound grain sacks. I'm going to have a goal of maybe trying to lift that maybe 50 times in a row. Just go with
I
this
love
around.
that.
So,
That feels like a social challenge that I'd love to see a video
wouldn't that be
on.
fun?
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
Okay, end of summer, we're gonna get that video, right?
Okay.
We're gonna get that footage.
Okay.
Okay.
When you say it out loud, you kind of have to do it.
I know.
Right.
And I said it for you. I
Okay.
committed to the video part of this, the
Okay.
documentation.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is our time. Thank you both for joining me. Such good information. I think just validation in what we have here from our incredible products, this concept of activation or deterioration, the impact that we can have, and how cool is it that we can align a business with health and with longevity and with really empowering people to have a better life and to focus long-term. Because again, those short-term wins are great. We hope you have them and feel them, but we're focused on that long-term, empowering our bodies. Thank you both for being here. Thank you guys for listening in. Let's have an incredible Summer in the Fast Lane.
Wow, what an awesome event today. There were so many incredible nuggets for your business that were provided by our two awesome panels. Put those away, I can't see. You know, I hope that you were inspired and truly motivated to join us this summer in the Fast Lane, to work when others aren't working and begin to create a groundswell of momentum in your business. This summer, we are going full speed ahead, activating better health, building community, and driving towards your success with the right products, mindset, and behaviors. You'll be creating momentum that moves you forward. All right, so who wants to know where we're going for our Summer in the Fast Lane trip incentive? Any guesses? Well, I don't know about you, but right around December, all I can think about is getting to warm weather. So this coming December 1st through the 4th, we'll be hanging out at the all-inclusive Dreams Bahia Mita Resort in Punta Mita, Mexico. What better way to treat yourself before the hustle and bustle of the holidays than 3 nights and 4 days soaking up the sun in Punta Mita, Mexico with all of your Activation Nation family. Now, let's take a look at how you can make sure you qualify for this awesome trip. First, you must be eligible to qualify. For all existing consultants, you have 2 ways to earn your eligibility. In the month of June, if you earn the Drive Era LifeVantage shoes or enrolled 400 SV in new consultant or customer volume, not only did you become eligible to earn the trip incentive to Punta Mita, Mexico, but also you secured your spot in Club Fastlane. Now, I want to pause here for a minute and give a huge shout out to all of our Club Fastlane qualifiers. This group led by example by raising their hand in the month of June saying, I am all in for this summer. By raising their hand in June, they're now a part of the Club Fastlane WhatsApp group that has access to incredible coaching and content from our FAB and our presidentials, and they also get access to 3 very exclusive trainings that will be led by our FAB. Now, if you missed out on earning your eligibility in June, don't worry, we've got you. For all existing consultants in the month of July, when you enroll at least 800 SV in new consultant or customer volume, you are now eligible to earn the Summer in the Fastlane incentive trip. And guess what? That 800 SV will also count towards your points qualification for the trip. For all new consultants that enrolled starting July 1st or beyond, they don't have to worry about the 800 SV eligibility requirement. They just have to earn through the point qualification. So, how do you earn the Summer in the Fastlane incentive trip? For this incentive, we have 3 tiers. And it's important to note that you'll only receive the highest tier that you earn. Tier 1 is 45 points. At this tier, you have your choice of 150 Amazon or Delta Airlines gift card. Now, for Canada, Mexico, and Europe, they'll get the equivalent in cash. Tier 2 is 70 points, and at this tier, you get your choice of a $300 Amazon or Delta gift card. For Canada, Mexico, and Europe, the same thing, you'll get your equivalent in cash. Tier 3 is 90 points, and at this tier, you earn 3 nights, 4 days, all-inclusive trip to Bahia Mita Resort. And for our North America qualifiers, they get a $500 flight credit. And for all of our European qualifiers, they get a $700 flight credit. Earning points for this amazing trip, and I know this is going to come as a big surprise to all of you, but it'll be done through enrolling, retaining, and advancing. So ERA. As an example, monthly enrollment volume. You will earn points for each volume milestone that you achieve. So 250 to 499, 500 to 999, and etc. Personal rank advancements. Points based on SC1, SC2, SC3, and MC1+. So again, as an example, if you personally rank advance to SC1 for the first time, you're going to earn 20 points. If you personally rank advance to SC2, 30 points, SC3, 40, and then MC1 and above, 50 points. You're also going to earn points for your personally enrolled downline rank advancement. So if you have a personally enrolled a rank advance to SC1 for the first time, you're going to receive 10 points, SC2 15, SC3 20, and then MC1 and above 25 points. So again, earn 90 points and you're on the trip. But we're not done. For the top 10 earners, they will get to pick out their very own pair of Tiffany sunglasses, like these ones. I got to be honest with you, I literally have never had anything this expensive on my face before. Like, these things are sweet. The top 10 point earners will receive a pair of Tiffany sunglasses that they'll get to pick out, and will get to attend an exclusive dinner with our CEO, Steve Fife, and our CSO, Kristen Cunningham. For all the information regarding the Summer in the Fastlane incentive trip, you can scan the QR code on the screen or visit the incentives page on the LifeVantage website. Now, let's dive into how you can track your progress. We've made sure that you have all the tools that you need to stay on track. You'll have access to your personalized tracker, which is a goal-setting tool. You can either print it off or use it electronically, whichever works best for you. It's designed to help you monitor your progress and set clear goals as you move forward. In addition to that, you'll also have access to your back office tracker where you'll be able to see your daily numbers and points in real time. This way you know exactly where you stand and what you need to do to continue to move forward and keep momentum going. These tools are here to keep you motivated and focused. We want you to have everything that you need to stay on track and keep achieving success. Also, don't forget our executive destination, which will be held in 2026, is in Thailand. Keep your eyes on the prize because the top 20 point earners in North America will enjoy an upgraded room with a personalized villa, private pool, and unbelievable views. We already have over 10 executives with more than 200 points and well on their way to qualifying for the executive destination. And we already have 4 that have fully qualified. That's amazing. And let me give you just a little bit of a secret. The more team members that you have qualify for Punta Mita, Mexico, the closer you'll get to qualifying for executive destination. They kind of go hand in hand. So as we conclude, summer in the fast lane is all about speed and building momentum in your business. It's all about you setting the pace. One thing we know is that this business is meant to be built fast. So what is your summer in the fast lane goal? A new rank, breaking new ranks on your team, or qualifying for Punta Mita, Mexico? That absolutely should be one. But whatever your goal is, it's imperative that you stay focused. Keep building momentum, and most importantly, keep pushing towards the next level of success in your business. I'm excited to see all of you accelerate your business over the next few months and achieve amazing results. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the leaderboard.
Well, that's a wrap for Activate 2025. We've covered a lot of ground today. Steve shared his vision and reminded us of the power of community. Now it's your turn to be part of it. This quarter, our season is all about joining the movement, leveraging the tools, and of course, celebrating the wins. You also heard incredible insights from our 2 consultant panels. A huge thank you to Brandon, Courtney, Sandy, Dondi, and Julie for the energy, the wisdom, and the inspiration you brought today. And let's not forget, you now know where we're heading to celebrate your success. For North America, we'll be soaking up the sun on the beaches of Mexico. For our Asia Pacific markets, we'll see you in Japan. And for our amazing Japan consultants, you're headed to Hong Kong and Macau. Thank you for tuning into this incredible event. We're so grateful for your partnership and all that you do to share LifeVantage and create a lasting impact around the world. We'll see you soon at a Momentum Academy near you.